What started with Bitcoin has since evolved into a thriving industry with dozens of different blockchains and thousands of different crypto assets representing almost every type of value. Coinbase is a company with an ambitious vision to create more economic freedom for every person in business.
We'll buy the dips, and we are also at the same time very optimistic about how far Coinbase has to go.
Last Wednesday, Coinbase stock started trading on the NASDAQ under the ticker symbol COIN. Cathie Wood from Ark Invest wasted no time to make some moves, as her firm actually purchased 602,000 shares of Coinbase stock on the first day it was available to be purchased via direct listing. And then on the second day that Coinbase stock was available to the public, Cathie Wood and Ark Invest actually purchased another 340,000 shares of Coinbase stock across 3 of their ETFs. On this episode of 9 to 5 Investing, I'm going to explain why Cathie Wood made these high conviction moves and tell you my personal thoughts on Coinbase stock as a long-term investment. So why did Cathie Wood invest so much of her firm's capital in Coinbase stock? Well, obviously Cathie Wood and her team are bullish on Coinbase stock over the long term. Again, Ark Invest does emphasize this 5-year time period, but the real question is, how much does her team at Ark Invest actually think Coinbase stock will go up over the next 5 years? What is Ark Invest's official price target for Coinbase stock? Well, this is a great question, and the Bloomberg correspondent really pushed Cathie Wood very hard on this question during an interview given on the first day that Coinbase was trading on the NASDAQ, but Cathie Wood refused to give a clear answer.
Do you have a price target for Coinbase?
We do. I am reticent to give it. It is far above where it's going to open, we think.
Give us specifics on a price target for Coinbase. Give me a ballpark on the percent gains that you think you could see.
This is well above our minimum hurdle rate of return.
Okay, all right, I'll let that one go now. Does it have 4 digits or 5 digits, the price target?
It has a lot of room on the upside.
Heck, Wood would not even give an answer to the very vague question about whether Ark Invest's price target for Coinbase stock was 3 digits or 4 digits. And I loved that shocked look that Cathie Wood gave when the Bloomberg correspondent asked her for a second time about that price target for Coinbase stock. Despite a lot of pressure from that Bloomberg host, Cathie Wood held strong and refused to give a target for Coinbase stock. She did say this though.
Well, we're not allowed to say what we are or are not going to do at any point in time. You'll see our trades at the end of the day, and so you'll know what we've done. But we can't tell you what we're going to do. Actions
speak louder than words, guys. And as we know, as I talked about at the beginning of this video, Cathie Wood and Ark Invest loaded the boat on Coinbase stock, which shows a lot of conviction for a high price target. So what are my thoughts on Coinbase stock as a long-term investment? Well, Coinbase is the leading cryptocurrency exchange in the world. They actually started in 2010, but have grown rapidly and now have over 56 million users on their platform. Starting so early and having millions of users on their platform already gives Coinbase a really solid first mover advantage in the cryptocurrency space. I mean, you have Bitcoin that was created in 2009, and then Coinbase was actually founded in 2010. They were on it, baby. I mean, the founders of Coinbase, they jumped on this opportunity before anybody knew what Bitcoin was. They jumped on this opportunity when Bitcoin was trading at like 8 cents per Bitcoin. Crazy. And obviously, their instinct to get on this quick really paid off long term. Coinbase essentially started out as a simple place to buy and sell Bitcoin, but as the crypto economy grew, so did Coinbase. In April of 2021, Coinbase actually has support for 90 different cryptocurrencies, and they are actively growing that list. And they also store about 11% of all cryptocurrency in the world. So clearly, Coinbase is the leading exchange in an industry that is absolutely booming in 2021. just from a high level, this looks like a very attractive investment to me personally. So how does Coinbase actually make coin? How does Coinbase make money? Currently, the majority of Coinbase's revenue is derived from their customers buying and selling Bitcoin and Ethereum. The fees are based on the higher of the flat fee that is determined by dollar volume or the variable fee that is also based on dollar volume. So Bitcoin and Ethereum prices directly increase the fees that Coinbase can justify charging their customers, and therefore the price of Coinbase stock is likely to correlate with the trend in prices of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And here's something that Cathie Wood said that really caught my personal attention.
This is a new asset class. So institutions are interested, they are moving in, and if they add up to 5% in their asset allocation to Bitcoin, that alone could be up to a $500,000 increase in the price.
Wood says that cryptocurrencies are a new asset class that is generally becoming more mainstream, and therefore institutional investors are slowly getting their beaks wet with this new asset class. Wood also states that if institutional investors allocate just 5% of their diversified portfolios to Bitcoin, then this in turn would add about $500,000 to the price of each Bitcoin. Yes, you heard me correctly. Cathie Wood, the one and only, the extremely well-respected investor from Ark Invest, does believe that Bitcoin will exceed the price of $500,000 eventually, which is crazy. Is there anyone else out there that just keeps watching the price of Bitcoin go up and is just for some reason not invested in it? Well, that's basically me. Let me know in the comments section below if you've missed out on some of these amazing gains from Bitcoin. Or better yet, if you have made money with Bitcoin, I'd love to know what price you actually got into it at and how long you've been holding it. Anyway, this is exactly why Bitcoin and therefore Coinbase, which should correlate with the price of cryptocurrencies, particularly Bitcoin and Ethereum, will grow like a weed, or will likely grow like a weed over the next 5 years. This cryptocurrency stuff is becoming more mainstream. More and more people are using it, and those institutional investors have a lot more money than retail. Now, this is very important. I am not saying that Coinbase stock and Bitcoin are going to move in lockstep. I'm just saying that the two should correlate, just given the fact that Coinbase is making those transaction fees based on dollar volume. So next, I want to talk about the single biggest risk to Coinbase's business. I believe that the single biggest risk to Coinbase's business over the long term is going to be fee compression. In 2021, Coinbase is experiencing a rapid surge in customers trading crypto on their platform, and therefore the company is banking. Coinbase is the main show in town right now, but you better believe it, as crypto becomes more and more mainstream, they're gonna have more and more competitors. And as market forces dictate, more competitors means lower prices, hence fee compression. According to Wood, Coinbase is earning about 70 basis points on the transaction value of their crypto trades on average, and Arkhanvest predicts this rate to fall to 50 basis points over the next 5 years. I do not see fee compression over time ruining Coinbase's business or anything like that. It will obviously shrink margins, but they're going to have so much volume that I believe their revenue will still be growing steadily over the next decade or so. Some of you that watch this channel a little more regularly, you're familiar with me. You know that I quit my job at a Big 4 public accounting / CPA firm as an auditor to make less than minimum wage making videos about the stock market on YouTube. And guess what? My main client at the old CPA firm was actually a broker-dealer, and I witnessed firsthand fee compression take place. Except instead of with crypto, it was actually with commissions on stock trading. It was actually an emerging competitor called Robinhood that charged $0 for trades that forced all these other broker dealers to stop charging commissions for trades to their customers. Now, the average broker dealer does have other ways to make money besides commissions on stock trades, but I'm not gonna get into that on this video because that's not what really any of you guys are here for. The point that I'm trying to make is that this Robinhood, this emerging competitor, caused massive fee compression in the stock trading broker-dealer type of industry. And this made it to where a lot of the smaller players got bought out by the bigger players. And this is exactly what I see happening with the crypto industry, but on a smaller scale. I don't think they're gonna go to zero commissions anytime soon, for the record, but you will see reduction in the cost to trade crypto in general as time goes on, as more competitors emerge and keep undercutting their other competitors with lower prices. My prediction is that Coinbase will get through that fine because it's pretty likely that they'll end up buying out a lot of those smaller players that inevitably enter the industry and kind of disrupt their business a bit. Now that I've given you my main concern about Coinbase's business long term, the fee compression, and how I believe Coinbase will be able to handle it, buyouts of smaller players, I want to talk about my bull thesis for Coinbase stock. My main reason to be bullish on Coinbase stock long term is going to be their outsized growth in revenue, net income, and users on their platform. Coinbase had $1.3 billion of revenue in 2020, which actually gives them a revenue growth rate of 139% from 2019 to 2020. And this is where the growth numbers get absolutely insane. Coinbase actually brought more revenue in the first quarter of 2021 than they did in their entire fiscal years of 2019 and 2020. Just let that sink in for a second. I mean, if you're a stock market nerd like me, you know that growth like that is basically unheard of. I mean, revenue growth like that is absolute insanity, but it actually makes a lot of sense. Not only do we have an explosion in the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum prices that fuel the transaction fees associated with these mainstream cryptocurrencies, but we also have an explosion of people interested in cryptocurrencies because, a lot of people like to chase. And here's just another bullish piece of information. Coinbase is actually already profitable. And if you follow technology companies, especially like the SPACs I've covered on this channel, you know that most of those companies aren't even profitable yet. But not Coinbase. Coinbase is a technology company that is already profitable. Coinbase made $322 million in 2020, and they've already booked profits in the first quarter of 2021 to the tune of $765 million. It is worth mentioning, however, that they lost money in 2019 and 2018. In 2017, when the crypto market went on a lower scale parabolic bull run, near the end of the year, they made $380 million, almost entirely in that December. So clearly, rising prices in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then more people being interested because of those rising prices and therefore making crypto type of trades on Coinbase, are what allow Coinbase to do enough volume to actually be profitable. If Bitcoin and Ethereum happen to be crashing, then there aren't going to be as many trades. I mean, after people panic sell, of course, but once the dust settles, there won't be as much trades on these cryptos, and therefore Coinbase won't be able to make as much money, or they might actually even lose money in that case. So the fact that cryptocurrencies go through these really traumatic boom and bust type of cycles are another risk to be aware of for Coinbase's business, in addition to that fee compression that we talked about earlier. Nobody can predict the future, but my ideal scenario would be to see a crypto market crash similar to what we saw in January of 2018, because this would likely give me a chance to load up on Coinbase at a great price point. From 2020 to 2021, Coinbase grew their overall users from 35 million to 56 million. In addition to that, they increased their monthly active users by more than 100%. So yeah, it is clear to me that Coinbase does have a business that is absolutely booming right now, but you also have to understand it's equally as important to understand that crypto definitely does have this bust factor as well. Anyways, 9 to 5 gang, thank you so much for watching the video all the way through, as it really helps the channel. Please consider subscribing if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. If you want to watch a video about my best stocks to buy in April of 2021, then click the thumbnail on the right. If you want to watch a video about a crazy analyst that thinks AMC deserves a price target of just 1 cent per share, then click the thumbnail on the left.